23-4 overall, made it to the Final Four, and came within 2 points of playing for the national championship. That was 1999. Today it's 2000, and a new season begins with a match tonight against Concordia College of Bronxville, New York. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Maas, joined by a former member of the IPFW volleyball team, Ryan Perrott. And Ryan, last year was a great season, but that was last year. Quickly reflect on last year and talk about this season's team.
It was a magical year last year, going to the national championship, playing in the semifinal match in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, we came up just a bit short, but that, you're right, was last year, and this is a new year, and we start fresh, but we start hungry, and being third in the country, I think these guys are hungry to get back at a national championship.
The opening match tonight at home against, from what we understand, a fairly good team in Concordia of New York. Talk about what we can expect here tonight.
We should be a very entertaining volleyball match. IPFW will probably come out and look to establish themselves early as a powerhouse team. Last year we played Concordia in Puerto Rico. We managed them pretty easily, but I think this team has improved over the course of the year. Now, of course, IPFW, they'll work on a couple things. Chris Gislin setting the offense. Look for him to distribute the volleyball accordingly.
Well, we look forward to an exciting match as the 2000 season gets underway. It's IPFW against Concordia College of New York, and it comes up next year on College 56 Sports. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center on the campus of IPFW. This is Mike Maas along with Ryan Perrott calling the action in tonight's men's volleyball match between the Clippers of Concordia College of Bronxville, New York, and the IPFW Mastodons. Match has just gotten underway with the Concordia College team serving. They have a lead of 1-0 in game one. And point is out. And it's going to be IPFW on the serve. And Ryan Perrott, we got underway a moment ago. A little bit of nervousness perhaps on both teams with the season opener, a couple of side outs, and the Clippers get on the board.
That's right, season opener. Guys just feeling themselves out now. Trying to relax the nerves a little bit. Chris Gislin served the ball into the net. That was a little bit of nerves. Hector Soto now back to serve. Let's see if he can keep one in play.
IPFW in the home white jerseys with blue trim and blue shorts.
That one's long.
Long serve there. Side out to the Clippers of Concordia College. We'll get the lineups for you as we go along. Serve by only Thompson, a 6'6" senior, is long. And another side out. 4 side outs already here in the early going. Serving for the Dons will be Mike Cummings. Awfully nice shot there by Mike Hayward of the Clippers, a 6'7" junior. Side out to the Clippers of Concordia College.
This Concordia team's very athletic. Look for them to give IPFW a challenge. Nice shot there by Scotty Lane going over the top.
And Scott Lane will serve for the Dons with a score 1-0 in favor of Concordia. Ryan, a lot of expectations this year. The Dons come in with a record last year of 23-4, Final Four participant. Nice set, nice return by Jeff Patak. And the Dons tie it at 1. What can we expect tonight, Ryan, truthfully?
Look for IPFW to establish themselves, as I said earlier, as the powerhouse team. They're hungry. They want to get back to the Final Four. And all these matches count. Great serve there by Scotty Lane up the line. But all these matches count. And, you know, this is a big weekend, big tournament for them. And they have to prove themselves and get ready for their first MIVA contest next week against Ohio State.
Saw there Scott Lane with a jump serve, and that seems to be the in thing now in serving with volleyball is the jump serve.
Jump serve, well, Scotty's got one of the best in the NCAAs. There's another ace.
IPFW on a roll. They trailed momentarily 1-0, and now they've scored 4 points in a row. And the Clippers are going to call a timeout. Now, as we mentioned, this is the opening match of the 2000 season.
Expectations are high. IPFW comes into this match with a preseason ranking of number 3 in the country. Justified?
I think so. 5 of the 6 starters are back. They got a great recruiting class, 8, 9 freshmen in. And I think they can go back there. Number 3, obviously rankings this time of year really don't mean anything. They mean the much, or at least the most, come April. As we take a look at Scotty Lane throwing up another service ace. But I think early on it's hard to tell the rankings. But I think IPFW is justified. Obviously we'll have to see as the season progresses. And even though you're number 3, you still got a long ways to go, especially to get to a national championship caliber team.
Well, teams come back on the floor. And something new this year, as far as position changes, we see, and I know we talked about we're going to mess up the pronunciation. Panos Irakeos is in the lineup.
And he is a magnificent defensive player. As he pancaked that one up beautiful. I got a chance to be at practice this week, and the new rule is the libero rule, who's a defensive specialist who gets to come in and play the back row entirely. Doesn't serve, can't attack, but is in there to play defense. And Panos Irakeos is amazing at that.
Attempted block by the duo of Alvaro Velasco and James Hemanover. Failed, ball went long, and point number 6 for the Dons. And they seem to be in control early, leading 6-1.
Just off a Jeff attack there. And one thing, just like last year with IPFW, they're serving. Our serving is the key to our success. Last year when we served well, served aggressive, we dominated matches. And early going here, we're doing the exact same.
Concordia with the serve. And you can see, I guess I'll call it a slight mishit by setter Chris Gislin.
Tried to dump that one over, tried to sneak it on the defense, but just pulled it a little too low.
Serve is long there, side out to IPFW with the score 6-2. And serving for IPFW will be Jeff Patak, a 6'4" sophomore out of Hamburg, New York. Sometimes the jump serve works and sometimes it doesn't, as that one goes into the net.
You live by the jump serve, you die by the jump serve, that's right.
Now serving for Concordia is Hemanover, 6'10". Nice shot by Scott Lane.
Scott Lane likes that shot. He likes to challenge the block, likes the line. See him coming out of the back row, the D set, or the blue as we call it here. Likes to hit that ball down the line.
Serving is Angel Ruiz. I'm gonna cheat on that. Gets the serve in. Concordia unable to get it back over, and point to IPFW. It is now 7-2. These teams will play a best-of-5 set tonight to 15, each game being first team to 15 wins.
And we'll
Another point. I'm sorry, Ryan.
As we go along, we'll talk more about the libero. And now that Panos Irakeos is out, Mike Cummings comes back into the front row to play middle.
Nice save there, the Setna. I was going to say the dink shot. Interesting to see how these players interact with each other. You see number 10, Chris Gislin, number 12, Angel Ruiz, number 11, Mike Cummings. How much does experience play in a match like this?
It's huge. It's a big factor. I think whenever you have the experience on your side, there's a chance for IPFW to put another point on the board. They got it.
What a hit by Scott Lane.
Especially early, experience is the key. There will be a timeout here.
Makes it 10-2 in favor of the Dons, and Concordia calls another timeout. We'll be right back.
housing and tuition, it really adds up, and the money just wasn't there to go away to college.
And with a 2-year-old, my housing options were kind of limited anyway.
And the truth is, I really wanted to keep my job and stay close to home.
Going to IPFW made all of that possible.
IPFW? The best choice I ever made.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. The right school, right here, right now.
Welcome back. You see a replay of the last point, and you see the setting by Gislin. And the solid shot by Scott Lane for the point. Set, and the return is long.
Net violation on IPFW.
Okay.
I think Mike Cummings touched the net there.
Side out to the Clippers of Concordia College of Bronxville, New York. Solid hit, that time by Hector Soto. And Hector Soto, a welcome addition again to this year's team. I know you missed him a lot last year.
Healthy now, he's healthy. He had that bad accident with his ankle in practice prior to the Mivas last year. And it was a devastating loss, especially, and you know, Hector's a great competitor, and he was really disappointed that he could not help out the team, especially down the stretch of the playoff run. But now he's back, he's healthy, he looks great, and teams beware.
Service long by Concordia, side out to the Dons.
And that's another thing, I was talking about the experience factor prior to the commercial break, but having Hector back, that's part of the experience factor right there. I mean, we saw earlier Ohio State dominate American University, and all those teams are there as Soto comes out of the pipe. But especially this early on, to have the coherency, to have people on the same wave level, it can only benefit you, especially down the stretch.
Soto with what I call a conventional serve. Nice block there by Mike Cummings. Makes it 12-2.
Well, Mike is known for his blocking. He's a tremendous blocker, great technique. He gets over the net, gets his hands, he presses hard, stuffs a lot of balls.
Soto will get on the serve. And there's an excellent play by Colin Henry, 6'6" senior from Concordia. You think he's going to set it up, and he just hits a little dink shot, and it's side out to Concordia. Powerful shot there by Pitak. Side out to IPFW, and a couple of substitutions now for the Dons. As Matt Kent, a 6'6" freshman out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, comes in, and he will serve. Another jump serve. It is wide. Side out, Clippers. Interesting, Ryan, as we see the change on the switchover on the side out, that there doesn't have to be letting the official know about the substitution for the defensive player.
For the libero, when he comes in, doesn't have to be the official, stoppage in play. Can run in and plays defensive back row position.
Scott Lane with the jump serve. The attempted block by Ruiz and Cummings falls short.
I think it'll take a little while for volleyball fans here to get used to the new rule, the new libero rule.
I know, I have to just remember the word. Clippers with the serve.
Look out.
Soto with a blast. And it is out. Concordia unable to convert. And it is side out to IPFW. The score 12-2 here in game number 1. Serving now will be Jeff Patak.
That one's long.
Side out to Concordia. This is actually game 2 of the Sports Corporation shootout, as we mentioned a moment ago, as Ryan mentioned, In game 1, Ohio State defeated American University of Puerto Rico in straight sets. 15-love, 15-4, 15-3. Point for Concordia, 12-3. They retain the serve. Soto with the blast. Hector Soto can pound that volleyball.
3-time All-American, trying to make it number 4 this year. Incredible vertical leap, somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 45 to 50 inches.
Serving is Ruiz. Into the net, side out.
Aside from Scott Lane, and Hector Soto, not a whole lot of great serving going on here. The assistant coach, Dave Schmidlin, probably calling the serves, not liking what he's seeing early.
John Thompson, I'm sorry, I didn't catch who was serving for Concordia. It was number 10, I'm sorry. Alvaro Velasco. I saw number 14 and got confused. Ball is out. And Concordia to serve. It's now a point, 12-4. 12-4 our score. Concordia trailing, but they do have the serve. Wicked serve by Velasco.
Great serve.
The Dons unable to convert, and it's 12-5.
IPFW, when there's a jump server, they'll have 3 passers in. Patak, Soto, and Irakleus, the libero, will pass.
Soto with the blast. It is tipped away, and it is side out to IPFW. It's amazing. We talk about the experience factor. Seeing Gislin and Soto, they've played together before.
Yeah, and that experience, as I said, comes into play. You can tell they're on the same wavelength right now. Overpass.
And I guess they're going to call it,
I think,
point to IPFW.
Yeah, point. Cummings snuck that one through on the overpass.
Came awfully close to tapping the net.
Coach Johnson just chomps at the bit when he sees those overpasses on the serves. There's another good one by Gislin.
Nice save.
Look out.
Great teamwork, and it started with the save by Patak. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Jeff Patak, a great defensive player, stuck out an arm, got it up, and IPFW converted.
So we have game point. Chris Gislin serving. The jump serve. And good return by Henry. And the Clippers, at least for the moment, stave off elimination in game 1 as they get the side out. The set, and Soto puts it away.
Nice combination run there by Gislin. Ran Cummings quick, and then Hector behind. And no one was home on Hector's blast.
And he will serve with a chance to close out game 1. And the serve hits the net, side out Concordia. 14-5 our score here, game 1, best of 5. The set and the put away by Cummings. Side out IPFW. Ruiz back in the lineup, replacing Irakleus.
Close enough.
I'm gonna get it one of these days.
Irakleus, you'll get it, you'll get it.
Cummings serving for game 1. And a look of bewilderment on the face of Concordia's players. The ball drops harmlessly to the floor, and game 1 goes to IPFW by a score of 15-5. We'll take a momentary break, come back for game 2 as you're watching IPFW volleyball on College 56 Sports. Welcome back to the Hilliard Gates Sports Center, everybody. Mike Maz and Ryan Perrott with you. Game 1 in the books. IPFW wins that by a score of 15-5. And Ryan, let's look at a replay.
There's a replay of game point. Great serve and the overpass. Scotty Lane just taps it into the open floor. Makes no mistake about it and finishes off game 1.
And it was interesting to see the look, especially on Hemanover's face. As that was just what I call a dink shot. And no one was there. And he says, what the heck's going on? Why weren't you there, guys?
Expecting some heat. Expecting some heat. Soto and Lane.
Game 1 went by relatively quickly, relatively easy for the Dons. Complacency possibilities?
There is that possibility, but this is a veteran team, and they should stay focused throughout, get the job done. I'm sure they want to work on a few things, but they'd like to get out of here, hopefully, under an hour, and get some rest because they're going to have another match tomorrow, and they're going to turn around and play another match within 22 hours.
For the benefit of some of our viewers that haven't done much or haven't seen much volleyball action, let's talk about some of the terms of the game. We talk about the server. We talk about Chris Gislin being a setter. We talk about the actual types of shots, the serve, the dig, the kill. With your expertise, tell our viewers what each of those mean.
Well, the servers, the only way you can score in volleyball is through a serve. And he's the server, he goes back, and you'll see variations of the serve. Now, there's the topspin jump serve. Some players now use the jump floater for a little effectiveness, and once in a blue moon now, they even stay down and they use the float serve. And they're different positions too. The opposite, who plays opposite the setter, your 2 middle attackers or 2 middle blockers, and then your 2 passers or outside hitters. And as we go along, we'll get more acclimated to that. Plus the libero, the new rule that everybody's talking about coming in. And we'll talk more about that as we go along.
Yeah, we're just about ready for the start of game 2 here at the Hilliard Gates Sports Center.
IPFW, very impressive in the opening set. As a team, they hit 67%, while Concordia only hit 22%. IPFW 4 service aces to Concordia's 1, and 8 digs to 3 in favor of IPFW. When you dominate the stats like that, you're going to dominate the match. So far, IPFW playing very well.
And they will serve to start game 2. Scott Lane, Scott, a 6'8" senior out of Huntington Beach, California, a place where I'd like to be right now. It's nice and warm, I'm sure. Also on the floor for the Dons, Angel Ruiz, Jeff Patak, Hector Soto, Chris Gislin, and Panos. I'm going to cheat until we get on later in the season. Okay, here we go. Scott Lane with the jump serve. And it's
just long.
Look close, but not close enough. And side out to Concordia. Serving would be Alvaro Velasco.
Uh-oh.
Interesting there, Ryan. It looked like a player from each team wanted to grab it instead of tap it. But
fortunately, it fell on our side. That's the thing, especially at this level. You make an error, you got to be mentally tough. You got to forget about it, come back, get ready for the next play.
Got a momentary delay as one of the officials is at the official scorers table. If that went to Concordia, wouldn't it be 1-0 in favor of the Clippers?
It should be. They did serve.
Because they did serve the point.
I think they're talking over the scorecard. The
players on the court.
Yep.
So we see the Clipper head coach and athletic director Ivan Marquez talking to one of the officials. Meanwhile, you get a look at.
Right?
So what do we do about this?
So Who is serving right now? Who's supposed to serve?
6 was supposed to serve at 10 serve.
Okay, it's a wrong server, so it's going to be a side out.
We keep it and just...
No, it's going to be a side out. It's a wrong server. The next time it's going to be a 6 serving, which you're going to put you guys back in the right
So it's
rotation.
like we begin the game
Right,
again?
right.
That's cool.
Okay.
Well, we've got our answer, Ryan. Concordia had the wrong person serving. It was supposed to be Mike Hayward, and instead it was Velasco that served. So it's, if I understand the official correctly, it'll be a side out to IPFW.
Yep.
And the next time Concordia gets to serve, they'll go back to the way they were supposed to have initially set up, and that will be Mike Hayward serving. But right now, it is IPFW with the serve, and doing the serving will be Jeff Patak. Jeff, a 6'4" sophomore, as we said earlier, out of Hamburg, New York.
Also co-freshman of the year last year nationally.
Nice save, Patak. A set, and Soto couldn't get it finished.
Fly swat. And that ball's out of bounds.
It'll be side out, or is it point? Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's gonna be a point. Jeff served that one, so we're gonna get that point there.
They pointed in the direction of Concordia. That's what kind of threw me for a loop. 1-0. Attack long on the serve. Now it's side out to Concordia. And now Hayward will serve. Mike, a 6'7" junior out of Tonawanda, New York.
How about that hairdo, huh?
Interesting. Nice block by William Faust from Concordia. And the ensuing point ties up game 2 at 1 apiece.
Gislin trying to run the middle a little bit more. Runs it again, and the put away there. Nice shot.
Solid hit by Angel Ruiz. Side out IPFW.
Look for Gislin to do a little more of that. Start running the middle. Both coming in Ruiz. Good percentage hitters.
Ruiz with the serve. And it's a net violation. Point to the Dons. They now take a 2-1 lead. Nice save there.
Another set to the middle. And Cumming puts it away.
Good effort by Faust.
Great set by Gislin there.
Makes it 3-1. Get a shot at Scott Lane. Ruiz once again with the jump serve. Trickery. And they say it's out.
One thing that IPFW has to work on throughout the course this year is running the middle. They have to establish the middle so they can take the pressure off the outside hitters, Lane, Patak, Soto.
Substitution for Concordia. Colin Henry in the lineup, replacing only Thompson. And it's 4-1, IPFW with the lead and the serve. Oh, the attempted smash by Cummings hits into the net instead. Side out to Concordia. Henry with the serve, hits the net. And now the Clippers bring in their defensive specialist in Joe Stroh.
And you can identify who the libero player is. He'll be wearing a different jersey. For IPFW, it's dark blue. Iacleos, there he is, number 8. And again, something about the lineup as our bottom official is talking over.
You too can participate in the excitement of Mastodon Athletics by joining the Royal Dons Athletic Association. The Royal Dons is IPFW's official athletic booster organization. Members enjoy benefits such as priority seating at IPFW sports events and food and refreshments in the hospitality room. For more information about the Royal Dons, call 219-481-6958 or write to Royal Dons Athletic Association, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Ryan?
Where's the
Look at
lineup?
me, look at my
Where's
shoe.
the lineup?
So, our point. That's game 2.
Right.
Yeah, he made a
Right.
mistake there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So now we're going to be 9 serving next.
Okay, 9 serving next.
Yeah, nine
Has to be the
serving.
next one, after
Right.
this.
Should be going to be, 9 should be on the right front.
All right. I
Yeah,
got
9,
you.
7,
5
5.
served. 5 just served.
Yeah,
He
well,
was the wrong server?
right.
Yeah.
Who was the next
Next
server?
time, they're not going to be 9 serving.
Okay.
Because
who
when
served,
you are
who served before? 6 served?
6 and then was 5.
5.
Okay, 5 did not serve.
Yeah, we got it.
5 did not serve.
We
That
got
was
it.
him.
That's all we have to do, right?
Okay, yeah. We got it. Okay.
Ryan, once again, a problem with Concordia in their lineup as to who is supposed to serve and who isn't. How does it go with the 6 players on the floor?
Well, before each game, the coach pencils in the 6 numbers to start in different positions from 1 through 6 on the court. 1 through 6, 1 is the service area, and they go counterclockwise. I guess for Concordia, what they're saying is they either skipped a rotation or they came out in the wrong position. And that shouldn't happen because the bottom official checks the lineup prior to the first serve of the game. So, and they're still talking it over here on the bases. Chris Gislin's waiting to launch up his jump serve.
How distracting can it be for IPFW to have to wait? They're on the roll, they're up 4-1.
It is. It's a momentum stopper. It really is. Let's see if Gislin can put it in play. He does. Smart serve by Gislin. And a nice dig by Gislin.
Save.
And a great
Finishing the
play.
job of Scott Lane.
That's what you want to do, especially in the long delays or after a timeout. Coach always emphasizes you got to put the ball in play. You know, take something off the jump serve, but you got to still serve tough, but at least put the ball in play.
Another jump serve. Solid one. Clippers can't return it, and it's a point again for the Dons, and they now lead 6-1. Gislin with the jumper.
Another set to the middle there.
Save. IPFW unable to recover, and it's side out to Concordia. One thing that I always enjoy about volleyball, Ryan, you see athleticism, and you saw it in that particular play on both teams. That going for the ball, keep it from hitting the floor.
Keep it from, you got to have that mental attitude. Nothing hits the floor. And both these teams giving it all. And that's all you can ask for.
Side out to the Clippers of Concordia College. And I believe it's going to be Shervin Rankin, 6'4" senior, serving. And once again, the Clippers seem to have had a lot of problems serving. They're serving it into the net. Side out this time to IPFW.
Perhaps it's the rotation, maybe. They finally got that under
Hector
control.
Soto with the conventional serve.
Net violation there.
Okay, again, education time. Net violation, a player cannot touch the net at all.
Cannot
correct?
touch the net at all in play. Now, the antennas are there. Some players you'll see Hector Soto on occasion hit a ball and land outside the antenna as Mike Cummings hits that one long. Sometimes he'll land outside the antenna and he'll hit the pole. That is legal, but you cannot touch the net in between the antennas at any time.
Concordia gets a point, and now they trail 6-2. And again with the serve is Bill Faust. Serves it wide, and it's side out IPFW. Now we're going to look at 6'8" senior Mike Cummings out of Young America, Minnesota. Serve is long. Thought for a second Hayward was going to touch it, but he decided not to. Side out Clippers. 6'10" James Hemanover with the serve.
And Gislin is doing that more, running the middle. Early in game one, he ran the outsides. Now it's the middle's turn. And they're being effective. Rez and Cummings, good job.
How important is it for the setter to change the tempo of the point?
It's very important. You got to be able to keep your opponent guessing, keep them off balance. And what happens is, especially when you run the middle, and here's going to be one of those questionable calls whether he hit the net because he landed out of bounds. But when you establish the middle early, then you can run option plays, you can run the combinations. And for IPFW to be very effective, they have to do that.
Now serving will be Velasco. Good save by Gislin. Nice save. Set. Finally unable to save it is Faust, and it's side out IPFW. There we saw on 3 occasions on the Concordia side, excellent defensive play by Joe Stroh. Nice block, little touch block by Gislin.
That's what we call the fly swat. Get the one hand up there and just throw it to the ground. Gislin, a tremendous blocker. He's worked hard on it the last couple of years.
Another block. Gislin and Lang tag team it, and it's point to IPFW, and they now lead 7-2. And timeout is called by Concordia. Learn more about Mastodon sports in season by tuning into the Mastodon Spotlight Show each Wednesday evening on College 56. I'll be reviewing the week's sports activities. We'll look at game footage and talk with coaches on the program. That's Mastodon Spotlight, Wednesday evenings at 8:30 right here on College 56. And Brian, that's a show that I've had a lot of fun doing. I've had a chance to meet with a lot of the coaches and some of the players and some of the various teams as well. And it gives the public an idea of what IPFW athletics are all about.
And IPFW athletics continues to grow. We're moving in the right direction. Hopefully in the next couple of years we can turn over and become Division I. And I've watched the show a lot, and it's really good to get people cognizant of what's going on here on the IPFW campus. Because all the athletic teams are having tremendous years.
They sure are. They sure are. In fact, kudos to the men's basketball team. Last night on the road, they defeated Bellarmine College in conference action. The women had a tough game, and they came up a couple of points short. But their next action is tomorrow. They're playing Kentucky Wesleyan, but due to an unfortunate tornado, that game is going to be played at Southern Indiana. I wish both basketball teams well. Back to action, the Dons with the serve. Great return.
Panos Irakleus, as I mentioned earlier, an unbelievable defensive player. He digs that ball and it lands on Concordia's side for a point.
Makes it 9-2 now. Side out coming up to Concordia. What does Concordia have to do to get back into this game?
They have to start handling the ball, serving more aggressively. Get a momentum changer somehow. I don't know how you can get a momentum changer on that.
What a kill by Hector Soto. Side out to the Dons.
Perhaps if they can block a ball or dig a ball and convert. Just the littlest things could make a big difference.
Serving for the Dons is Ruiz. And that return is in, they say. So it is side out to the Clippers of Concordia College. Substitution. Hemanover back in the lineup for Concordia. Serving is Colin Henry. Excellent shot there by Rankin. And it is point to Concordia. Score now 9-3 in game 2. Change of pace by Soto. And you almost had to expect that. He's got such a lethal, that right arm ought to be licensed by the authorities as a lethal weapon.
He's so smart. That's what we call the roll shot. Took something off of it, just snuck it over the blocker's hands. Out of play of the defender behind the block.
That serve is long, so it's side out to the Clippers. And serving now will be Shervin Rankin for Concordia.
Here's the jump floater. That's the little jump floater. No topspin on it. He tries to make the ball float, but giving it a little attitude on it.
Net violation?
That's a back row violation. The back row player attempted to attack the ball, but he was past the 3-meter line or the 10-foot line. You can't do that in volleyball.
Side out IPFW, and serving is Hector Soto.
Nice shot there.
Good play there, good set. Good shot, side out Concordia.
Side out Concordia. Back to serve number 7.
Now going to serve will be Bill Faust.
11-15-5. 11-15-5.
His topspin
Serve is
goes
long.
long. There's a theory here, and as we go throughout the course of the season, there's a theory about which side is better to serve on because of currents and drafts. And here's the floater by Cummings.
Nice play by Ruiz. He blocks it, point to the Dons, and they now lead 10-3.
Brian Harris, who used to be our defensive specialist last year, had an unbelievable serve. He had a different serve for each side of the court because of the currents and so forth.
That return is long by Hayward.
Oh, they're calling a touch. Calling a touch.
Side out Concordia. Nice shot by Ruiz.
Ruiz playing very well. The freshman, middle blocker.
It's interesting, we talk about the experience that IPFW brings back this year, but there are a lot of talented freshmen on this squad as well.
One of the better recruiting classes for IPFW.
Soto with the blast.
I think there are 8 or 9 new players, and they're learning each and every day.
Point goes to the Dons. They now lead 11-3.
Scott Lane has been serving tremendously.
And there was a case that Scott couldn't control it in the right direction, and it's side out to Concordia.
He's got one of the more wickeder jump serves I've ever seen. It's so wicked. Barely cleans the net. Up in the corner.
Bernie, which one am I supposed to read again? Thank you. It will be Alvaro Velasco serving for the Clippers. They trail 11-3 here in game 2 of this best-of-5 match. Gislin with the set, attack with the hit. Side out, IPFW.
Great shot by Jeff. Usually when the IPFW passers or their outside hitters, Jeff and Hector, usually when they pass well, they can receive a good set from Chris Gislin, give them the options offensively to put the ball to the floor.
Attack with the serve. And they say the return is long. It is point. Dons now 12-3. Once again, the jump serve. And that return is wide. 13-3 our score.
See how serving plays an integral role, especially in men's volleyball. Serve well, causes your opponent to have difficulties. Nice up.
Save by Lane, and he finishes the job. Lane and Gislin tag team it, and we are up to game point for game number 2. Wouldn't mind seeing a replay of that shot if we get a chance. Nice teamwork between Lane, Gislin, and then Scott finishes it off. Good look at Jeff Patak. Serving for game 2, but hits the net. Side out, Concordia.
Not what you want to happen on game point. Ever.
I think the coach may have something to say about that at some point. Nice block on the part of Rankin.
There's a rarity. One-on-one with Hector Soto, that's a rarity.
Makes it 14-4.
They'll set him again. Hector, look out.
Redemption on that one. Hector nailed it. Faust didn't know what hit him. But I would think he's going to have some kind of a mark on his shoulder tonight.
And Hector now having some words at the net. Right off the coconut.
Game point again for IPFW.
That's how competitive Hector Soto is. You got him once. Hey, as I said, that's 1 in a million right there, especially one-on-one. 1 in a million. You don't have to turn around and say something through the net.
No, that's why I gave you both warnings. Let's go and play.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, let's go play. I know, let's go play.
Words between one of the officials and Alvaro Velasco. Basically, the official said, hey, let's play. Here we go again. Ruiz serving for game 2.
Overpass. Back to center.
And that ends game number 2. IPFW victorious 15-4. They lead 2-0. And we'll have a break and then we'll come back with game 3. Again, you're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
I'm Walter Bowman, Director of Athletics at IPFW. Thank you for joining us this evening and allowing me 60 seconds of your time. Since August of this academic year, you have both read and heard of our drive for Division I status. The Executive Board of the Royal Dons Athletic Association, our associates in Business 100, and hundreds of constituents like yourself have all joined together with a single purpose, Division I athletics for you and the Fort Wayne community. At present, we are exploring many possibilities for potential conference affiliation, along with expanding the base programs offered. Recently, the faculty approved the addition of men and women's indoor and outdoor track, bringing our offerings to 16 varsity programs. I believe that when we are an NCAA Division I program, each of you watching this television program tonight will have an opportunity to view firsthand the Hoosiers, Boilermakers, and the Fighting Irish here in Fort Wayne and at the Coliseum and at the university. In order to move our vision from the dream stage to reality, we need to continue to attract strong alumni and community support. Fort Wayne, the second largest city in the state, is deserving of a Division I program which reflects the community's greatness. Together, you and I are positioned to form an alliance which will give the citizens of Northeast Indiana even more reason to show our Hoosier pride. The number on the screen will provide you the opportunity to become involved in Mastodon excitement. Pick up your phone and call me so we can discuss your involvement.
She is one of America's toughest drug enforcement agents. Last year, she helped convict 90 drug dealers, seize several tons of crack and marijuana, and close down 10 major drug operations. She is a 68-year-old grandmother named Irma. She set up a community drug watch that is not only changing her neighborhood, but its future. There are many ways to help in your community. Call the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids.
Backseat, baby.
The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out.
Backseat, baby.
Put that booties in the backseat now.
Backseat, baby.
Have that some kids you never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you.
Backseat, baby.
Wow! Look at here.
Backseat, baby.
To stay alive even when I drive.
Welcome back to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, everybody. Mike Miles, Ryan Perrott with you. So far, things have gone IPFW's way if they have won the first 2 games of this match by scores of 15-5, 15-4. And Ryan, as we look at a replay of an excellent, what I call tag team play between Scott Lane And Chris Gislin.
Well, Scotty in the back row there, digging lips. Great defensive play. Gislin falling backwards into the stands. Makes a great set, and Scotty Lane puts it away cross court. That's what IPFW needs. The great conversion, able to dig balls, come back out, make the transition play, and put the ball to the floor.
Interesting to see the extension that Scott Lane, of course, Scott's not exactly a small character, he's 6'8", but to have him extend that body and those arms, and also he jumped awfully high as well, but a great play on the part of both Gislin and Lane there.
And that was just replay, and can you imagine that?
Full speed.
Full speed, how fast the reaction time is for these players.
2 games are done, relatively easy for the Dons. As you get a look at Marquez, the coach of Concordia. In game 3, what is Coach Ball looking for? Is he looking for improvement in execution and technique, or is he looking, hi there gals, looking to get this game and match over with, or what is he looking for?
Consistency, looking for consistency and no letdowns. That's one thing. When you're playing a team that is below your level, you're looking for consistency. Don't want to have any errors or anything of that nature.
Be sure to tune in to College 56 Sundays at noon and Friday evenings at 8 in January when host Melissa Long visits with Tim Biggins, IPFW Alumni Government and University Relations Committee Chair. They're joined by Jennifer Bosk, Director of IPFW Alumni Relations, and talk about their efforts to promote IPFW. That's Sundays at noon and Fridays at 8 in January for IPFW Up Close right here on College 56.
And back on the consistency thing, you got to play at the high level still. I mean, matches are 3 games. You got to win 3 in order to win. And you've seen a lot of volleyball matches where teams have come back from 2-0 deficits and come back to win in the 5th set.
Nice shot there by Matt Kent. Concordia unable to convert. Side out IPFW as game 3 is underway. Serving is Chris Gislin.
And a ball coming onto the court. That can be dangerous. We play with the 3-ball system, so the action rolls continually. Sometimes it gets out of the ball holder's hands, which you hate to see. There's a service ace. No, they're calling it long.
Side out to the Clippers of Concordia College. Mike Hayward serving. There's the set. Soto with the slam. Side out, done.
See what Gislin was doing throughout the 2nd set, running the middle. You saw the Concordia blocker, the middle blocker jump up when our middle blocker went up there. That left it wide open for Acto Soto to bury one to the floor.
You see Marquez talking to his players, basically saying, hey guys, let's get it together, let's get it right. Soto with the serve. Return is long. Or they say it was touched, I believe.
Yep.
Side out to Concordia.
Through 2 sets, looking at some stats right quick, Mike, IPFW hitting 52%, while Concordia just hitting below 16%. The Dons 6-1 with service aces. Tells you how important the serving is. And IPFW blocking a lot of balls and digging too, 16-8 defensively.
That return was wide, side out to the Dons. Ruiz back in the lineup, replacing Panos.
Tomorrow night you'll get it.
Sure will. Nice save. It is wide, however. Good effort by Matt Kent, but it is wide, side out to Concordia. Serving is Shervin Rankin. Gislin with the set. Nice return by Concordia. The tax return is wide. And it is point to Concordia. They now lead 1-0. Okay, education time. Almost what we call in football, field goal good. What does that call mean? The arms
That ball's out of bounds. Ball's out of play. Jeff Patak wiping the block, pushes it into the block, and then throws it out of bounds. As soon as it hits the antenna, ball's out of play. Possession IPFW.
Service ace by Scott Lane. Concordia can't believe it. But the official said it's good, and we are tied at 1.
Scott having a tremendous, that's his 4th ace of the night, and an overpass.
Nice return by Ruiz. 2-1 IPFW.
Scott Lane out of Golden West Community College. So I believe a 2-time college champion there. And another service ace.
2 in this segment. 3-1 in favor of IPFW.
I'll tell you how deadly his jump serve is. It appears like it's below the net when it's coming, but barely clears it. And he's got this funky spin on it. And another poor receiving error by Concordia. They want timeout.
Timeout is called. The score 4-1 in favor of the Dons. Tune in to College 56 next Friday at 8:30 p.m. to see the fall 1999 English creative writing students read from their semester's work. Stories of all sorts, read by the writers themselves. Next Friday evening at 8:30, right here on College 56.
I'm just being passed some information, Mike, that Scott Lane just broke the service ace record for a game. The previous record held by Justin Luna, and I believe Chris Gislin tied it last year too, both with 5. But Scotty, that was his 6th service ace, and that is a new IPFW Mastodon volleyball record.
And thanks to Mark Franke, the hardest working assistant coach I know, regardless of sport. I kid you not, he's been with Arnie a long, long time.
I guess the previous record was 5 by Justin Luna.
4-1 our score here at the Gate Sports Center. IPFW leading already 2-0 in this best-of-5 match. Concordia trying to stop the bleeding, and here's a good look at that serve.
He puts some wild spin on it, and a lot of topspin,
Back to live action. Concordia able to get a return. Dons can't answer, although great effort by Hector Soto.
Tough play there. Balls are in play. They can touch the ceiling, can touch the basketball rims. All that is in play.
And the Clippers are on the serve.
Another quick set by Gislin. Gislin and the middles have their timing down pat tonight.
Substitution for IPFW. Making his first appearance of the night, I believe, John Thompson, number 14, a 6'9" junior, also from Huntington Beach, California. And he replaces Jeff Patak. In fact, John will serve.
He's got a good jump serve, too. Just long. I jinxed him.
Just like that, Patak back in the lineup.
Nice.
What a play.
No, they're calling it out of bounds. They're not going to call the touch. Gislin
thought he got away with it.
Tried the wipe. He watched me do that so many times to him last year.
4-2 now the score. Concordia still on the serve. I say the return is wide, so Clippers trying to make a small comeback here. It's now 4-3. And they're trying to just get confidence with every point.
There's a good pass.
And again, the tag team of Gislin and Ruiz forcing a side out for the Dons.
That's what can't happen. You can't give a team more than 3 points in a row, 2-3 points in a row. Just got to settle down, get a good pass, run the offense efficiently.
Good effort by Gislin, but ball goes wide.
Here's a play where Gislin was blocking middle. Traditionally, the setter usually blocks on the right side. But IPFW, a very good blocking team, trying to find the right matchup. And Gislin's a very good blocker. He can block all over the place. They're blocking middle.
Soto with the power. Thompson can't return it in play, so side out Dons.
Gislin will serve.
And again, the jump serve variety. Good block, but they say long. Oh, net violation, okay. Side out to Concordia. Set by Gislin. Concordia able to return it. And they get a break as the ball bounces off of Kent's arm. And that ties it at 4-4. Lane with the power, it's hit, but Concordia unable to keep it in. Side out, IPFW.
Scott Lane having a great night. In double digits now in kills.
He might be someone we may be able to talk to in the post game. Good save by Soto. Gislin with the set. Soto with the finish.
Great,
5-4.
great play there by Hector Soto. Great dig. Got the set back by Gislin and he put it away.
Again, Soto with the serve, conventional serve.
There's a white play.
Good effort by Scott.
IPFW is so athletic. You know, they're tall and they're athletic. They're very good skill-wise, and if they can progress throughout the course of the year, they will challenge for national championship.
Set by Gislin. Nice save by Soto. Tried again. Attack with the kill. And again, it starts with the defense.
Yep. And that's just an energy booster. When you make a great defensive play, and then you're able to put it in transition and put the ball away, that's just a team booster right there.
Kent with the serve. And IPFW is going to get the point, I believe. Makes it 6-4. Matt Kent, a 6'6" freshman out of Virginia Beach. And his jump serve goes a wee bit wide, side out to the Clippers of Concordia College.
See the liberal player, Pano Cleus, right back in after Jeff Kemp.
Rankin with the serve. Attack with the kill. Side out, Dons.
Jeff Patak, freshman of the year last year, the MIVA, and also nationally. Shared the award with Brooks Billings out of USC.
Lane
nice
with
serve.
The serve. Nice block, if they say out of bounds. Side out to Concordia. It's a good look at Ernie Ball. In his 20th year at the helm here at IPFW, has over 330 career victories. Wow, what a shot by Patak.
That ball was still in play, and not one Concordia teammate chased it. Ball hit the foot. Now you're allowed to dig a ball with any part of your body. Waist down, hit his foot. The ball landed to the floor untouched.
Patak with the serve. And it's point to IPFW. They now lead 7-4. Substitution for Concordia. Faust back in, replacing Colin Henry. Again, Jeff Patak with his jump serve. Good effort on the part of Panos to save it, but it is unsuccessful, and it's side out to the Clippers of Concordia
Touches
College.
every ball. It's unbelievable. Touches every ball. And when you do that, you're bound to have something good happen.
Gislin with the set. Nice play there by only Thompson. As he got the block, ball goes over. And it's now 7-5. Concordia hanging tough here in his third game.
Nice
A big
roll
shot by Soto. Concordia expecting that bomb. Instead, he hits him with the feather shot.
Hector's so smart, keeping the defense guessing. Gives some heat. Then when you least expect it, he goes for the roll shot.
Serve. They say service ace by Ruiz. I thought it was a little long, but they say it's good. Makes it 8-5. Don's on top. Ruiz with the serve. Nice block by Gislin. Saved by Patak.
and the ball was out of bounds. It was brought back into play outside the antenna. Can't do that in volleyball.
Thanks for bailing me out because I wasn't sure. Side out, Concordia.
What are friends for, Mike? What are friends for?
Velasco with the serve. Soto with the blast. Ball returned out of bounds, side out Dons. Now you see Ernie Ball with the ball. Gislin to serve for IPFW.
Nice serve by Gislin.
It seems like a number of the players for IPFW, when they hit that jump serve, the ball tends to dip down all of a sudden once it crosses the net.
They hit with a lot of topspin. They hit with a radical angle. Gislin, 4th best server in the country last year. 52 service aces last year in a season.
Good placement shot there by Colin Henry of Concordia.
When IPFW jump serves, they try to pick seams in between the passers of their opponents. And for Concordia, they're trying to either put it on the wings or put it in between players so they have difficulty passing the volleyball.
Lane with the monster shot. I'm just impressed with the power that some of these players, like a Scott Lane, like a Hector Soto, have to return these shots.
I'm very impressed with IPFW all around. I think they've come out to play tonight, and they're doing that just that, not letting up 2-0 to Concordia.
Nice tag team block between Lane and Kent. And it is point to the Dons. They now lead 10-5. 5 points away from a victory in the opening match of the 2000 season. Substitution for the Clippers. Number 11, Vladar, I want to say Doci?
Doci?
From Tirna, Albania. 6'5" sophomore.
Hector looks like he's in jump serve posture. Yeah, he's going to try jump serve now.
Good serve. Good save by both teams. Set. Patak with the bullet, and it's long. Oh, they say it was tipped by Concordia. My apologies. Give the point to IPFW. I thought that was long, but they said it was tipped.
Smart shot there by Jeff, looking for hands, getting them. Hector,
Another
tremendous jump server.
Woo! Here's the set. Save. Gislin with the set for Patak. Nice kill shot by Patak. And the Dons can smell the blood now. 12-5, just 3 points away from victory.
And that's what IPFW has to do. When they have a team down, got to keep beating them and beating them and beating them until it's over. What a serve.
Good shot there by Faust of Concordia.
IPFW has to have that killer instinct, and they have it here tonight. They can continue to have that throughout the course of the season.
I'm amazed. For most of the match, Soto serves conventionally, and now here late in the end, he puts it in another gear and goes to the jump serve.
Perhaps resting, saving the legs. When you jump 50 inches, you use a lot of those muscles in your legs. But IPFW, there's a substitution. Coming in the lineup,
Aris.
Panos' brother.
Aris and Panos, and Aris is going to serve. 12-5, IPFW on top.
And he's got a tremendous float serve. Look at that.
Shakes Concordia up, the crowd loves it. Makes it 13-5.
RS, the younger brother of Panos. Timeout called by Concordia.
And Concordia calls timeout. Tune in to College 56, Sunday evening, January 23rd. It's a week from this coming Sunday at 7 p.m. for a replay of tonight's men's volleyball match with Concordia College of Bronxville, New York. That's Sunday evening, January 23rd at 7 p.m. The replay of tonight's match right here on College 56 Sports. Well, 2 points away from victory. The crowd is in a festive mood. Here comes a replay of that last serve, a knuckleball.
Well, that's what the float serve is supposed to do. And a great serve. Hits it flat. And the Concordia passer having difficulty with it. Service ace.
Let's look ahead briefly, Ryan, while we have a chance. this match is just about over, truthfully. Tomorrow night we're back, and the Dons will play American University of Puerto Rico, who played earlier tonight against Ohio State. And then next week, as you said earlier, the fun really begins because MIV action begins. The Dons travel to Columbus to take on the 5th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. How important is this match tonight and tomorrow's night's match for IPFW in preparation for that opening conference match?
They're both important because, as you said, they're a preparation match for Ohio State. And going to Columbus, playing in Columbus, and I know playing there is always tough. The Puerto Rican crowd is there. They're right behind the bench. They're screaming at you every second. And this is what IPFW needs. They needed a good start to the season as Jeff Batak puts one away over top the block. They needed a good start to the season, and they're showing it and giving it tonight.
Well, it is match point for IPFW. Aris Heraklios, I didn't get it right. Aris serving for the match. The set, the save.
This could be
Batak
it.
with the set. Soto with the blast. It hits the net. Concordia stays alive. The crowd wanted it. The team wanted it. But unfortunately, the ball hit the net. Clippers have life yet. Gesslin with the set. Batak with the kill. Concordia unable to return it. And again, match point. And appropriately enough, serving for the match, Scott Lane. What a game here. What a match he's had tonight.
Let's see if he can finish it off with an ace here.
Good play by Concordia. They refused to die. Nice.
Yeah.
Faust side out to the Clippers. Bill Faust, 6'4" junior out of Derby, New York, will serve. Gesslin with the set. Batak with the kill. And they say it's wide. Point to Concordia. Makes it 14-6. Get a good look at Bill Faust.
It's a jump floater.
And it floats right into the net. Side out to the Dons. And the third try at match point. This time, Jeff Batak is going to try to get the job done. The jump serve. Good play by Concordia. Making the play was, I believe, Mike Hayward.
Scotty Lane asking, thought the ball was hit outside the antenna, but to no avail there. Concordia still staying alive.
And they get the point. As Ruiz couldn't get his return to get over the net. 14-7 now. Most points for the Clippers in any of the 3 games today. Serve is wide, side is out. And substitution. Number 2, John Scott, 6'1" freshman from Arlington, Texas. He will, I do believe, serve.
Aris, you don't have to stand there. You don't have to stand there.
Also coming back in is Matt Kent. John Scott, smallest member of the team at 6'1".
But he can fly. I saw him in practice. He's got hops too. Who doesn't have hops?
Good
Nice
save
dig.
by Scott. Attack with, and that saved by Concordia, at least for the moment. And too many hits, I do believe. Game, set, and match. So IPFW victorious in their first match of the year, winning this one by scores of 15-5, 15-4, and 15-7. Players congratulating each other. Let's see if we can take a little break, and when we come back, we'll have a little post-game interview. Again, IPFW victorious, match number 1 of the 2000 season over Concordia of Bronxville, New York. You're watching IPFW Volleyball on College 56 Sports.
Ron Clark, please report to the scores table. Ron Clark, please report to the scores table.
College. Everybody, again, Mike Maz with you along with Ryan Perrott, where tonight we have seen the IPFW Volleyball begin their 2000 season on a great note. They defeated Concordia College of Bronxville, New York by scores of 15-5, 15-4, and 15-7. And one of the stars of this match tonight, 6 foot 8 inch senior Scott Lane from Huntington Beach, California. And momentarily, Ryan Perrott is going to speak with his former teammate. And let's get ready to go. Here's Ryan Perrott with Scott Lane.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Standing by with IPFW Scott Lane. Scotty, a tremendous performance tonight. What do you think?
Thanks. I don't know. I just want to come out and kind of get the first game out of the way, and just wanted to, do what we've been doing in practice, and come out strong.
Is there pressure for IPFW to perform well this year? Going to the Final Four last year, hosting it this year, ranked number three in the country to start the season. Is there pressure?
I don't think so. I mean, we got to look at it. We got to put it in perspective. We have to go out and beat every team just like we did last year, and we basically have to put on the same performance and even better. And those intangibles that go along with playing, are going to be there regardless. So I think we just keep, doing what we're doing in practice. Things will take care of themselves.
Next week, the MIVA starts, and you guys travel to Columbus to take on Ohio State. They're 5th ranked nationally. How are you using this weekend to prepare for that match?
It was kind of tough tonight because it was hard for us to come out with a lot of energy because the game was stopping and, delays, this and that. But, the Buckeyes are tough. A lot of respect for those guys. But, I want to go in there and have a little revenge from losing last season at Ohio State. So, we're going to be ready, but we have to turn the intensity up during practice.
Scott Lane, you're named the player of the match tonight. Set the new IPFW service ace record for a game. I think 6. The old record was by Justin Luna, 5. And you served amazingly. Well, is that the same carryover from last year? When we served well as a team, we usually dominated a match. Is that the trend setting so far earlier?
Definitely. I mean, I think when we serve well, we block well, we hit over passes well. That's the type of thing we need to do. We need to put pressure on the other team all the time. And if we continue to do that, I think, we'll continue to dominate and, we'll be the best team in the country.
Scott Lane, congratulations. Good luck tomorrow. And good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Scott Lane of the IPFW Mastodons. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Ryan. Well, once again, we thank Scott Lane for taking a couple of moments out of his time to talk with Ryan. A great performance tonight for Scott and his teammates as we got to look at a replay of match point. The serve from John Scott. And the return by the Clippers. The save by Scott Lane. The set. And the finish by Patak. And then that return goes into the net, and that is, well, a return but momentarily by Concordia, but they can't get it over the net for keeps. And that is game, set, and match. Your thoughts, Ryan? Your thoughts now. We talked with Scott.
Very impressive. There is pressure. And whether you don't want to admit it or not, there is pressure to perform well, especially going to the national championship last year. But these guys, they responded very well to it. Being ranked 3rd in the country, they deserve to be there. And they showed it tonight. Now they got to keep building and building and building and getting ready for the playoff run and for a national championship.
Let's take a quick look ahead. We will be back here tomorrow night on College 56 as IPFW will play American University of Puerto Rico. What can we expect in that match? More of the same, or might American University throw out something that might give the Dons a little bit of trouble?
I'm sure AU Puerto Rico would like to try something different after what they saw tonight. But IPFW will do the exact same thing. They're going to come out, they're going to establish themselves, they're going to make themselves the dominant force, they're going to serve aggressively. Chris Gislin will run the offense like he did tonight, establish the middle, establish the outsides, get the combinations working. And hopefully we'll have the exact same result, and then they can start focusing on Ohio State and the MIVA.
Well, I've enjoyed it. The team got off to a great start, and I had a great time working with you, and I look forward to tomorrow night.
Me too. All right, get some sleep.
Sleep. What is that? Again, a reminder to tune into College 56 Sports tomorrow evening, January 15th, when we will bring you live coverage of the IPFW Volleyball matchup with American University of Puerto Rico. That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. right here on College 56. Our program tonight was sponsored in part by Pizza Hut of Canterbury, featuring famous Pizza Hut pizza. We'd like to thank at this time the College 56 production crew, the IPFW athletic staff, the City of Fort Wayne, Comcast Cablevision, the IPFW Learning Resource Center, and especially the IPFW Office of University Relations and Communications for their contributions to this College 56 Sports telecast. This College 56 telecast of IPFW Sports is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this event without expressed written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast tonight of IPFW Sports, and we thank you again for joining us this evening. For Ryan Perrott, this is Mike Maas saying goodbye again. Again, our final score tonight, IPFW successful, beating Concordia College of Bronxville, New York in straight sets. The scores 15-5, 15-4, and 15-7. Until tomorrow night, we bid you a good night from the Hilliard Sports Center on the campus of IPFW.